Folks, it's finally that time. My very first box opening of Uprising. I hope everyone's sitting back, relaxed. I have not actually opened this product. Video is brought to you by the patron, Andrew R. Andrew says, throw me in, baby. So, obviously, I've never cracked this before. So, be aware. I'm probably going to miss things, probably going to get things wrong, yada, yada, yada. Feel free to attack me and blame me. It's okay. I'm a big kid. I can handle it. So, let's finally crack some Uprising. I've been waiting to do this for a while with everything going on. I've been like, man, I finally got the Wave 1 shipped of all the product, and I've been wanting to really get a good feel for this, see what's going on. So, here we are, folks. All right, here. So, what's the order? Ooh, cards feel nice and glossy. All right, so we got commons. Let's see here. What's the order? So, 3 commons. We got our gear. And then we jump to the first rare, Weather Vane. Tome of Firebrand for our first Majestic. Very nice. And then we go to the foil rare. I can see the top. Very nice. And then we go back to, I'm assuming, to commons. I don't know. We're not really going to go through all the commons, but I just want to take a quick looky-loo here. And then usually our token in the back, right? Okay. So, as of filming this video, well, market price is, well, I think like $75 a box on TCG Player. Not really moving a whole lot, which is surprisingly low, but it is a bear market. Especially with the restricted supply, it's still showing pretty weak pricing. And Invoke, ooh, look at that. So these dragons, are these flip dragons? These are, okay. So these regular rares are still, these are, okay. Just trying to get a feel for this here. Foil common, Lava Vein Loyalty. And then usually a bunch of commons in the back. And none of these, and then just the token. Oh, look at that. I have not seen you. What do we got here? That's pretty cool. Invocation place, okay. So I'm assuming these are the flip cards, right? So placeholders for the flip cards. Very cool. Okay, I have not seen that. That's kind of neat. All right. So obviously there's no versions of this. And unlike previous Flesh and Blood sets, there is no first edition or unlimited. And rainbow foils and cold foils are all mixed together. Sash over here, beautiful. Strategic planning, the old dampen, and our foil rares Rise Up. Very nice. Card quality looks real good, feels real nice. And I'm not seeing any, God, perfectly centered cards, not seeing any chips or dings. Card, I mean, very well made. Gotta give him credit. Nice paper packs, got a nice feel to it, very consistent. Conduit of Frostburn, Rise from the Ashes. Sigil of Permafrost, beautiful. Wow, okay. And foil common Brain Freeze, okay. And Ice Bolt to Rudy. God, look at the art on some of these things. Whoa! Brand with Cinderclaw. Wow. That is, wow. Billowing Mirage, look at her. Holy crap. Aether Hail. Dude, the art on this stuff is wild, man. Sweeping, Mrs. D always coming in. Golly, the cards look so nice. Gotta give LSS credit, folks. Cards, the quality and the look of these cards are fantastic. Spellfire. All right. Findel's Fighting Spirit. Invoke Caloria. This is, I'm assuming, another flip. Yeah. And then, of course, Aether Dart. Ah, beautiful. Foil Kai, a non-foil over there. That's the yellow pitch. The other one was blue pitch. All right. So I'm just curious how difficult it is. Like, so are you even guaranteed like a cold foil in each box? Like, I'm very curious to see the difference on this. This is the first time. Mounting Anger. Hey, look at this. Hypothermia coming in for Majestic number 2 in the video. And an Oasis Respite for a foil common. Golly, some of these common cards. Beautiful. The colors on these things. Man. Fae and Frostbite. Okay. So, anyways. I think the biggest thing I'm surprised about right now is I'm very shocked at the pricing of a lot of this stuff. I mean, I know the market's weak, but man, it's definitely a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. Rapid Flex and a foil trade-in. So, yeah, I mean, can you imagine if Flesh and Blood increased and made the print run bigger or didn't do anything? Can you imagine? Look what the market is as it is. Holy smokes. Rise, Succumb to the Winter, and an Ember Claw. That's why I keep telling everybody, this market, anyone who overprints or does poor management, the market's going to just nuke you, man. So, yeah, no matter how good or bad your product is. Sift. Invoke the Mr. C over here. And that is another... Oh, Extended Art. That's an Extended Art foil common. Okay. That's our first Extended Art in the video. I know there's all kinds of weird hidden things in this set. I've been hearing all kinds of weird pulls and everything. So like I said, I don't know the difficulty since there's only one version. Of God, the colors are so bold and vibrant on this set. Foil common, sweeping blow. So I don't think you can get any like hidden. I still think the foil and cold foil placement is probably in the same slot. I don't think they're like mixed in the back or the commons or anything like that. Silent stilettos. Wow, that's oh my. Rise. Hey, Majestic again. Combustion point. Majestic number 3. And, oh, foil Majestic. Semblance. Okay, a little illusionist spell for our first foil Majestic of the video. And we are last pack of box number 1. And we are at the, or not box number 1, the left side of the box. First half of the box. Dampen. Transmogrify. And a foil common singe. So far, let's get in the second half here. We're going to do 2 boxes in this video because I want to get a feel. I haven't cracked a lot. I know I'm a little late to the party. Everyone's been cracking the last week, but I really just want to kind of see. So these are the flip cards, right? So all these Draconic Illusionists are all flip cards. Foil rare, engulfing. That's what I'm kind of curious about is I want to see, are we still averaging certain things? Is every box still averaging like 1 extended art, 1 flip card? I'm trying to get a vibe. I know there's a lot of, hey, Majestic Phoenix form. And a foil common healing balm. So I believe, obviously the track printing, there should be some sort of, 1 extended per box, or there should be a certain level of non-extreme variance. Does that make sense? There should be a certain point where the variance isn't, like a box shouldn't have 5 cold foils and the next 10 boxes have 0. There's a certain amount of track printing to help prevent that. Fighting Spirit, the old Findles. And another Emberclaw, foil common. But I'm very curious as far as like a lot of these chase cards, rare cards, bizarre. I don't know. I want to get a feel for it myself. Like I said, Invoke. So it seems like the second slot seems to be an illusionist quite a bit. We've gotten a lot of these Draconic Illusionist cards. And I know the marvels and some of that craziness can be hidden in that particular slot for a lot of the big chase cards. Whoa! Vipox? Whoa. That is, when Vipox hits a hero, they lose life equal to the number of cards in their hand. Man, now I'm about to talk about a creepy demon, man. Holy smokes. So I guess, I wonder what the expected value is of Uprising right now, because the market price of that box is really, wow, red hot. Look at her. God, the cards are gorgeous. Flex, Succumb to Winter. Like, man. Like, compared to Everfest, the vibrant colors and just the quality, they just, golly, Cardamundi and LSS did a great job on these cards, man. Invoke, yeah, there's another one of the Draconic ones. I'm assuming there's 5 versions. And foil common healing balm again. Goodness gracious. So we are down, folks. Last 4 packs of box 1. So I guess, yeah, I mean, you're not guaranteed a cold foil, I'm assuming. It appears to be a normal... I mean, unless I'm missing something, I have not seen a cold foil here. Fighting Spirits and foil. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, look at the pattern on the robe. That's cool. So rainbow foil piece of gear. That might be where the cold foil would be usually on other Flesh and Blood products. Okay. Very interesting on that. All right. All right. Planning. Tome for, oh, Tome of Duplicity. There's our, wow, a lot of Majestics in a foil common dust up. Look at that. Okay. I don't know if I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any of the flip cards. I may be missing 1 or 2 since I'm not checking everything, but I think I'm catching them. Rise. Invoke the old Vincerake. Holy cow. I'm assuming, again, these are flip cards, yeah. And, of course, foil common. All right, folks. Last pack. Like, I feel like that foil gear slot we got, the rainbow foil gear, is where you either get a rainbow piece of gear or you get a cold foil piece of gear. Foil Aether Hail. Okay, so that's it for the Uprising box 1. We got box 2 here for Andrew. I don't know if that was considered a good or bad box 1. I genuinely am just not sure. It's kind of difficult to really kind of understand the rarity or estimate right now, because without knowing, like, oh, 1 cold foil per box, or, I don't really know. It's going to be very challenging, how do I say it, to price these things. Like, how do you determine the value of a booster box that has that kind of variance? Like, on a small scale for most people, The average person is not going to open more than maybe a case at the most. So, you know, that can be some really extreme results. Engulfing Flame Wave for the foil rare. So you either get really lucky, or I don't know. And maybe is that why the box price is reflected so low, or is it just the market? I'm not really sure what's going on here. Another semblance for Majestic. Holy cow! Billowing Mirage. She is, wow, with that dragon and that outfit. Look at that dress. She is gorgeous. Holy cow. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out why these box prices are so cheap. Like, I mean, you know, I checked before I filmed this video. People are buying these boxes on TCG Player for like $68 and $75. I was like, holy cow. Oasis Respite, foil common. And I was like, dude, that's like mega cheap, everybody. So yeah, I just want to kind of finally get to this to see what's going on here. So Invoke, okay, another dragon there. Succumb to Winter, foil rare again. And I'm wondering if it's just, you know, they're cheap because you got to crack a lot of packs to get these chase cards. That's what maybe it feels like, you know. Fighting Spirit, a Sift, and foil common Polar Cap. Beautiful card there. Like I said, I don't miss anything in the comments. God, the artwork on some of these common cards is wild. Whew, man, I'm not sure. So I'm going to price check some of this after the video ends, but I'm really curious. Here, folks. Like I said, first video, I always like to, ooh, look at that. Liquefy. Wow. That's a wild looking Majestic number 2. And a foil common, Rising Resentment. So far, we haven't gotten lucky yet, Andrew. We haven't hit anything too insane. Weathervane. We got the old Invoke Dragon and foil common Brothers in Arms. Yeah, it definitely feels like so far that they definitely ratcheted up the challenge to get cold foils and things since they got rid of the first edition. So cold foils definitely still seem Rise from Ashes, one foil, one non-foil. So it definitely feels like that they are maintaining that cold foils are tough to get and are special. That's very surprising. A lot of people, I don't think, were expecting that. Engulfing Flame Wave, foil common, Rising Resentment again. So that's really, like, if we go both these boxes without a single cold foil, one of the first things I'm going to do after this video is I want to check the prices of cold foils. I'm really curious now. Invoke and Sand Cover for the foil common. So, interesting. I did notice in the last box we got one extended art, so I'm wondering if we're going to get exactly one extended art in each box opening. Fighting. Rewind! There's our nice Majestic Rewind. Very cool. First appearance there on this channel. And a nice little foil common Singed. Alright, so last pack for this first half of the box. Spellcloak, Succumb to Winter, Invoke Mr. V, and a foil Majestic Spreading Flames. Our first. So on the other box we got one foil Majestic, and on this box we got one foil Majestic. So yep, we're gonna make it through the end of this. We'll take a look, and then Rudy will give his ranting opinion at the end here. Foil common Ice Bolt Rooney. So far, holy cow, the difficulty is definitely not on easy mode to pull some chase cards. And whoa, Invoke Mr. D, the Optimus Prime. There's our Majestic Fancy Schmancy. Look at that. Okay, that's our first Majestic of the actual Dracone Illusionist. And this is, okay, foil common, rainbow foil gear again. I'm wondering if that is kind of our quote-unquote possible cold foil slot. We got that. I feel like every time I see that gear that's in foil, my brain's like, oh. And Double Strike for another Majestic. And, of course, Lava Vein coming in there. Wow. Dang. So if you want some of these chase cards, you got to bust some serious packs. Wow. Transmogrify. Fighting another foil common Brothers in Arms. Some duplication there. How big is this set? It's a big set, right? Is this the same as like a Monarch size large set? Or it's like a smaller, it's not a, whoa, Invoke N. Haven't seen you yet. Searing Touch. Whoa. Look at that art on that one. I haven't seen you yet. So is the meta, are people building a bunch of illusionist, draconic kind of, are people using all these cards? Are these becoming very meta shifting? Is this a big thing yet? That's what I'm kind of wondering. I'm noticing, so Uprising, I'm not seeing a lot of, okay. I thought there was a little bit more, ooh, Frost Hex, our first appearance of Majestic. I don't know why. I kept thinking there was more support with some other hero classes in this product. Maybe not. Might be confusing with something else. Maybe coming from Everfest, I expected more supplemental, but this isn't a supplemental set. and Invoke Mr. M, and a foil common Ember. Wow. All right, folks. We're on the last 3 packs, Andrew, and biggest thing that stands out to me is, well, we may not have first edition unlimited anymore, but holy cow, look at that weather. Oh, exact same pitch too, both yellow pitch. We may not have first edition unlimited edition boxes, but holy cow, it did not make anything easier. Rise Up, Invoke and K, and a foil common Burnaway. Wow. Look at the art on her in that dress, in that background. Wow. Okay. Beautiful cards, man. Beautiful cards. But holy smokes, man. All right, Dampen. Sigil, and a Flame Call Awakening for the foil common. Holy crap. Okay, so that's my first. I've got a couple of these we're going to be filming and putting in queue here. That was far more challenging than I expected to get some of these chase cards. So when LSS, and they actually wanted to have cold foils and some of these cards still special, they weren't messing around. I was under the impression that even like 2 boxes, we would see multiple extended arts, some variants, all kinds of stuff, but holy crap. That is, so you're stuck with exactly 1 foil, rainbow foil, Majestic. A good amount of regular Majestics, almost equal. I think box 1 had 1 extra. By the way, did you guys notice all the white paper pieces from ripping the paper packs? That's very interesting. The dust that's created from the paper packs is quite interesting. It's just, paper, not a big deal. Yeah, so I'm going to price check some of these things. I want to look at some of these chase cards and the pricing, because if these boxes are $68 to $78 a box right now, and this is the original release in Wave 1, like, why are they so cheap? And then my next question is, are these boxes... We talked about this with Double Masters, by the way, in the last 2 weeks. Why are the box prices underpriced? Are the single cards underpriced? Why does it feels like the market feels a little funky right now? And I don't know if that's just because everything's in a bear market and just the market conditions are just brutal on everything across the board. Stocks, bonds, crypto, collectibles, everything is brutal right now. And I'm not sure if a lot of that is just distorting prices in everything from Magic to Pokemon to, Flesh and Blood in this video. I'm not really sure specifically what's going on, because this is kind of crazy. Because I'm like, when I price check some of these things, if some of these chase legendary cards or cold foils or marvels are not like 100, 200, 300 plus, what the hell is going on? Because clearly they're very difficult to get. And if they're that difficult to get, someone's eventually going to crack enough of these things over the next 30 days. And when the supply is stable and everything kind of after wave 2 hits, people are going to realize if some of these things are underpriced and you can't get them or they're too tough to find, people are going to buy them out. Or the box prices have to be repriced higher. I'm not really sure what's going on. That's kind of my opening video on this. The cards are stunning. The artwork is gorgeous. Holy cow, the foiling, the quality of the cards, the card stock, the centering. I haven't seen any issues. I don't see any issues with the color, the contrast, damaged corners that are really severe, that we saw in some of the original prints from a couple years ago. I mean, I don't know, man. These cards are pretty wild. And I mean, is this really the 7th set? This is the 7th release? Oh my God. Yeah, first 3 fab sets, second 3 fab sets. Holy crap, yeah, this is the 7th Flesh and Blood release already. Oh my God, started in 2019, 3 years in it. Jeez, man. All right, folks, I'm done rambling. Definitely more challenging than I expected, which may not be a bad thing.